The Eagles probably dodged a major bullet yesterday. Landon Dickerson does need surgery, but it's minor. We're going to talk about it. We're going to play armchair doctor. We're going to WebMD it today. The Phillies win again last night. That's 4 in a row, increasing their NL East lead over the Mets to 6 games. We're going to talk about that as well, and Taijuan Walker. Trending in the AM Live, talking all this and so much more. We're live with your thoughts in 30 seconds. And a very good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trending in the AM right here on the STT Sports Network. We are live, YouTube and Twitter, wherever you're watching. Hit that like button, hit that share button, of course, subscribe. We are sitting at 582 subscribers to start the show. Let's continue to see that number go up. Like, share, subscribe, and of course, vote on our daily poll question only on the YouTube page. Landon Dickerson, will he play week 1? Very simple question, yes or no. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. Vote on the poll question, guys. We got lots to talk about. I'm Phil Stiefel, as always, with you here every morning. And yes, yesterday afternoon, we heard that it was a meniscus issue, that he was going to seek other options. Then we saw more information that he was going to go under surgery. Then we saw more information that it's a minor surgery and he could be back week 1. The Eagles, no matter what, it sounds like the Eagles offensive line, the offense, and Landon Dickerson dodged a major bullet when it comes to the Landon Dickerson situation. A meniscus injury, heck. Joel Embiid had a meniscus injury. So did Jared McCain. Hopefully the Eagles have different doctors. J.J. McCarthy, Jalen Ramsey in the last couple of years have had meniscus injuries. All these guys have had meniscus injuries and had different results, different styles of surgery, different lengths on the shelf. But it seems like it's just a quick little snip, fix, and Landon Dickerson will be back. Now, I think I had originally come up with a plan to fill in for him for an extended period of time, all the different free agents and trades they can make and stuff like that. But now I think it's more of a fill from within. And I know they're talking that Landon Dickerson can be back week 1. You got to remember something. Landon Dickerson tore the right ACL. This is the right meniscus. He tore his right ACL in 2016. He tore his left ACL in 2020, plus had other knee issues throughout his college career and in his NFL career. I want the Eagles to be extra cautious with Landon Dickerson. I do not want to see them push Landon Dickerson to play week 1. Now, Landon Dickerson, we know, is one tough SOB and is going to do everything he can to play week 1. But I don't think it's necessary. If we're just talking about he might be 75% by week 1, but might be 85% by week 3, I say you rest him. I think you are in a good spot with Matt Pryor, with Tyler Steen, with Brett Todd, Trevor Keegan, Drew Kendall, those guys. Now, Kenyon Green is also hurt. Kenyon Green is going to be out weeks now, they're saying. I wouldn't be shocked if they stash him on IR or the PUP list for the time being to open up a roster spot. You've only really got 2 or 3 weeks to fill in. And I think the Matt Pryor at right guard with Tyler Steen sliding over to left guard is your best option. So let's get right to the comments. Let's see what's here. Early on, we're 50-50 on the voting on the poll. Should he play week 1 or will he play week 1 or not? Good morning, Duck. How you doing? I don't think Dickerson will play week 1 because there is no need to rush him. It's should he or will he? Landon Dickerson is going to rush and push himself. Landon Dickerson's the type of guy he's a fighter. He's a trooper. He's one of those guys that's going to push really hard through. Listen on the way to Shady Maple. Okay. All right, Adam. We'll enjoy the listen in the car. Always like that. Yeah, we had a nice big sub jump. Yeah. Shorts are helping. The morning show has had huge numbers for the last week and a half. There's a lot of things getting put into it. The StreamYard is creating actually good shorts for me too. Serious long-term injury. No, it's a minor injury. It's a meniscus. They haven't called it anything specific, whatever. But there was a small little cleanup they could do to get him back out there, and that's what it seems to be. Awesome comment every day, Phils. Love to see it. Phil, do you CD? Do I have CDs? I do not have CDs anymore. Maybe I actually do still have them. There is no reason to push him. Let him sit and fully recover. Exactly. It's not like we're talking about him being out 8 to 10 weeks or 14 weeks. We're talking missing the first 2 weeks of the season to get better. The first 3 weeks of the season to get better. There's no need to push him. Again, though, the thing is that the Eagles are going to be cautious, but what's Landon Dickerson going to be? Landon Dickerson's the type of guy I could totally see pushing himself. Kenyon Green getting cut, K1 says. Yeah, I mean, I have actually a feeling that they won't cut him. They will put him on IR, at least for now. Try to keep him on IR for the year to give him a full year working off on the side with Jeff Stoutland and stuff. He is a former first-round draft pick. He does have technically that pedigree. So maybe a year just sitting and learning and listening and working, and then they can have him next year. I think next year then he fights for a roster spot. To me, that would make sense. But we'll see. I mean, he very well could get cut. Minor surgery is when someone else is having surgery. Major surgery is when you are having surgery. Minor surgery is when someone you don't care. Major surgery is when one of the Philadelphia Eagles is having it, no matter what it is. It doesn't buy you much and allows you to look at these O-line depth. Absolutely. And I'll be curious, 940, Eagles being extremely smart, having Michael Clay, not Patullo or Nick Sirianni speak before practice. 940, Michael Clay talks, practices at 10. I'll have all the recap of practice tomorrow and on the Eagles check down tomorrow morning of what went on, who played in Landon Dickerson's spot, what were the rotations like. We'll learn literally in less than 2 hours what the offensive line is going to look like in the short term. So we'll see. Phil, do you like CDs? I mean, I don't even have a CD player, so. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. There's no need to risk him, Steven says. Any procedure is serious regardless of the type of surgery. Week 17, yeah, you play through it at this point. Oh, no, this is a great point, yeah. We're not talking about week 10, 12, 14. We're not on the cusp of making or missing the playoffs. We're talking about week 1, 2 of a season when we got the best quarterback in the NFL. We got the best running back, the best wide receiver tandem. We've got all pros on the offensive line to fill in, to pick up the slack. I know you guys didn't like my opinion on, the fullback and the extra blocking tight end right now. But there's ways to fill in the short term early in the season. When you've had a guy that's had 2 ACL tears, you don't need him overcompensating and pushing through an injury that could risk another injury. You rest him. You take your time with it. You have faith in Jeff Stoutland. You have faith in your scouting and development departments, okay? You do. I missed your joke. I'm sorry. It took me a minute for me to catch up to what you were saying there. Dickerson will work out like a madman like he is, but your staff makes sure he doesn't hurt himself. Yeah, like this is more on the staff and the coaching. Yo, slow down, Landon. We don't need you back by September 4th. We need you back by October 4th or September 30th or whatever. We need you back so that you could be healthy for the Super Bowl in February. So let's just reel you in. That's what they need to do with Landon Dickerson. I have no idea, K1. Still don't understand it. Dickerson might be worried about Dickerson might be worried about his starting gig. But they're not going to let a proverbial guard lose. He ain't worried about losing his gig. Not at all. Not at all. So that's it. It's an already susceptible line is even what? Stop. Oh, I don't hate your joke. It's just too early in the morning for me to laugh. It's too early for me in the morning to come up with a good, quick rebuttal. It's only 10 minutes into the show. I haven't had even half my cup of coffee yet. So you're welcome to make as many jokes as you want. And we are going to talk Phillies with your title there. The Phillies are on the docket today for sure. You are welcome here all the time. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like and share and the subscribe button if you have not. The hierarchy is madness. Look, the hierarchy that YouTube comes up with, K1, has nothing to do with the hierarchy of you guys in my heart. You all know where you stand in my heart. It ranks you based on how many women want you. Oh, okay. We'll carry you, Phil. Yeah, you got me. You got me. You guys all got me. Anyway, let's continue on here. Anyway, I had been looking at it, and I think it makes sense to go with Matt Pryor in that starting job. And I know he's a right guard, not a left guard. So I think it's still the best idea to play Matt Pryor at right guard, Tyler Steen at left guard. I really think that's the way to go. The other options were Kenyon Green, who's now not available, Brett Toth, Trevor Keegan, and Drew Kendall. I'm not ready to go. We know one thing about Jeff Stoutland. Jeff Stoutland firmly believes in always having the best 5 guys out there, no matter what. Matt Pryor would be the best 5 guys while Landon Dickerson's not available. I have to get some Tylenol in me if I have to carry. I'm a big boy. You might need some Bayer back, or as I used to call them, the bombers, the extra strength, prescription strength ones. If it's a minor injury, it's a minor injury. Play him when he feels right. But Nooms, here's the thing. We know that Landon Dickerson will probably say he feels right today. He has the surgery today. Tomorrow be like, I'm good. I'll play. Sometimes certain types of players, you got to learn how to reel them in. You got to learn when to pull them back a little bit and be like, yo, cautious. You might feel okay, but the science says give yourself some more time. Sometimes it's okay to do that. Sometimes you can't trust the players if their personality is a certain way. And I think Landon Dickerson falls into that category, Nooms. What about Icy Hot? Yeah, you might need some Icy Hot for carrying me, yeah. After carrying me, I saw Bennett interview. He's falling into the culture just fine. Jacorian Bennett, yeah, and I know Sunday's open practice. We saw him get a few reps with the ones at outside corner. Today's practice, I expect to see even more of it. And then Wednesday and Thursday, the big practices, the joint practices with the Browns. It's a big week for Jacorian Bennett. It's a big week for Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson. It's a big week for them to not let Bennett steal their job. But he's going to get those opportunities, and pretty quickly. You will need Steen at right guard so he gets used to the position. There are left guards. And this is part of the conversation. If we were going to lose Landon Dickerson for 10 weeks, 14 weeks, the whole year, yeah. But you do need him as your right guard, so you don't want to take reps away from him. I get that. So I think what you do, you kind of do a little bit of both in practice for the next 2 weeks. You get Steen some practice on both sides. You get Pryor in there. You're going to see some of these other guys that you might even see Pryor at left guard today. I mean, again, I know it's a big difference. He's played 1,700 snaps at right guard, Matt Pryor. He does have 107 snaps at left guard. So I guess in theory, maybe you see that happen. If he feels right week 1, then he plays right week 1. You don't care what the doctors say. You don't care what the science says. If the player says he's okay, you trust the player. And I'm not bashing you for that. I'm just saying I understand that theory. But sometimes I feel like you got to pump that a little bit. Pump that back. A regular Yogi Berra to say, yeah, exactly. I didn't watch the practice. Did he look good with the first team? I didn't see too many highlights from practice. And it was very late in practice that they subbed him in with the first. So I'm not sure about that. Big Al's in the house. What's up, Big Al? The end of the season is where we need him. Don't rush him back. Exactly. See, the thing is, again, I don't think it's about them rushing him back, Big Al. I think it's about him rushing himself back because that's just what he does. He just wants to play. Big old country boy. He cares about tractors, mowing his lawn, playing football, and eating a big dinner that his wife cooks him when he gets home. Like, that's just what I think about when I think about Landon Dickerson. You're right. Cornerback 2 is Bennett's thing. It's there. Jacorian Bennett does, I mean, am I crazy to think that there's a scenario where Jacorian Bennett is your 2 and your first guy off the bench is Eli Ricks? Like, I really, truly think that there's a strong chance by the end of this week, Adoree Jackson gets cut. If Bennett plays well, Adoree Jackson's getting cut, and then Bennett and Ringo battle it out. And then Bennett takes that job over the next couple weeks. We are 23 days away from September 4th and the season kicking off. Means we're also 24 days away from giving away this football, or 23 days away from this football and this A.J. Brown photo. How do you win those things? Duck, I know you already got them, but our Eagles Autism Foundation raffle, we're raising money. We're at about $400 raised. The goal is $1,000. You buy $5 raffle tickets to win this autographed Cooper Dejean football, this autographed A.J. Brown photo. You buy your raffle tickets by hitting me up on Venmo at Phil Stiefel with how many you purchase. And again, at 7:30, right here on this channel live, we'll give them away. I bet you guys can't wait for that. I can't wait to see Duck and Big Al fight out. There is zero reason to walk on eggshells and make it a big deal. If he looks like garbage, then they won't play him. I think you got to think deeper about it, Nooms, than that. I do. A guy that's had knee issues his entire career. He's still pretty young. He's still on a big contract. You don't want to risk, if this is not a serious injury, you also don't want to risk it becoming a serious injury because he tells you, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Guy like Landon Dickerson is going to hide a little bit sometimes. You do have depth for a reason. You have Jeff Stoutland for a reason. So that when this happens, you don't have to push somebody. If he plays week 1, he'll be gone for the season by week 4. Coaches are there to protect the players from themselves. I agree with this, Steve. Part of a coach's job is to protect the player from himself. Very important. Very, very important right there. That you protect the player. Ringo and Jackson both have really fight to show what we saw in the Bengals game is not the norm. And again, going back to Ringo and Adoree Jackson, again, Zach Barnes wasn't out there. Reed Blankenship, Cooper Dejean, Quinion Mitchell, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Jomo, Jalix Hunt, Nolan Smith. 7, 8 starters on that defense were not out there for the game, which makes Ringo and Jackson's job going up against the number 1s of the Cincinnati Bengals a little bit more difficult. Now they struggled against the 2s, which is a little concerning. But they would look a little different when they're going up against the 1s. But again, back to Vic Fangio's comments, practice, there's no scoreboard. You got to be able to play when the scoreboard's on. So Bennett's there. The job's there for him. To one extent, I'd be shocked if Bennett wins the job because Vic Fangio's one of those guys that makes you earn it, one of those guys that look at Cooper Dejean missing time last year in camp, didn't get the starting job till week 5 or 6. But he is so anti with what he sees in Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo that it might not be a hard trigger for Vic Fangio to pull there. I'm still very concerned about the safety room. Yeah, I really need to see something this week out of Drew Makuba. I really do. Just like the job's there for Bennett to take at cornerback, the job is there for Drew Makuba to take. Problem is he's been banged up. He's had a slow, long learning curve here so far. You're not seeing him get many reps with the 1s on a regular basis in practice. He's getting rotated in here and there. Is he not picking up Fangio's assignments quickly enough? I don't know. But the job is there. And if Drew Makuba becomes the safety, Sidney Brown goes back to special teams, Tristan McCollum's still your first guy off the bench, then I'm less concerned. But if we go into week 1 with Reed Blankenship and Sidney Brown, and Drew Makuba still on the outside looking in, I am slightly concerned as well. I still think the edge position is my biggest position of concern right now. What does that say about Stoutland that we aren't concerned about the O-line? I've said it before, Duck, that I don't think an offensive line coach has ever gotten into the Hall of Fame. But if they haven't, let's make sure Jeff Stoutland becomes the first one ever to get into the Hall of Fame. His position, pushing his weight and other monsters, let it heal as much as possible. That plant foot is important. Yeah, we don't need him overcompensating, Big Al. No overcompensating. I don't know Ricks was playing the 3rd and 4th teams last Thursday. Yeah, I know. You can only play the guys in front of you, and he played well in those situations. Would I like to see him play more against the ones and twos to get that? Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, at least he looked good in the situations he was on the field. I see a Nick Castellanos. Oh, my gosh. All right, I know. You're not a Nick Castellanos fan. You got to go from all the positive Eagles talk to a negative. If you want to start with a Phillies conversation, we could have talked about Taijuan Walker or a big win last night. Oh, you want to start with Nick Castellanos? I love you, Anthony. If he has limited range and mobility, the dude won't play. They have eyes and can see if he is compensating what they're never seen him play hurt before and what it looks like. Yeah, like I know, but again, he's going to do his best to play. It's not necessary, though. Look, maybe I'm being overly cautious. Maybe I'm trying to be too cautious about this. But that's just how I feel. Dickerson is not going to look like garbage just based on his skills. He'll look good even injured. He will, because you got Jordan Mailata on one side, Cam Jurgens on the other. I said another 20 just now. I don't like to lose. Well, and the good thing is the money's going to a great cause. 100% of the money is going to go to Eagles Autism, so it's very good. Place to donate your money. You can do much worse with your money, Big Al. Hell, even full range of motion, I would give him another week or two just to make sure. It's better for the player and the team. Yeah, I was like, Timo, what? Team, gotcha. I'm resigned to this ball washing of Tanner McKee, but I can't abide Eli Ricks. The dude sucks. He's always sucked and will always suck. Maybe he does suck, K1, but that's just to the state of where the secondary is right now with the guys ahead of him. You think you got Quinion Mitchell and you got Cooper Dejean, right? Obviously. You got Keely Ringo, you got Adoree Jackson, not winning the job. You bring in Jacorian Bennett, we'll see. You got Eli Ricks, Mac McWilliams. They're your other options. He's going to make the team by default. He's got a chance to earn a role by default because the guys that are supposed to be better than him are playing lesser than him. Dickerson came out of college with career-threatening injuries. Chances are he won't have a long career. It's a great point. And look, he had all 4 years of college, he had a season-ending injury at some point in the season. All right? He was a top 5 skill set prospect. Oh, he's a guard, so maybe top 10 skill set prospect. But because of his injury history, he fell all the way to us later in the second round. There's a reason why we drafted him where we did, because of the injury history. You want to prolong that career as long as possible. Bennett still has 2 preseason practices, weeks to really show Uncle Vic what he's got. Absolutely. 23 days. 23 days away. If they don't play him, it's because the Cowboys stink and because you don't need him that week. These men are pieces of meat to the NFL. I mean, you are not wrong in saying that at all. Then so why risk what years he's got if he can wait a few weeks? Yeah, absolutely. And I'm all for that. I agree with you. You down with OBP? Yeah, look. I love it. You down with OBP? Yeah, you know me. I love it. I love it. Dickerson is one of the few players on this team that has nothing to prove. He's not on the bubble like Jackson Brown. Exactly. Absolutely agree with you on that. Absolutely agree. I get paid Thursday. I will match those hands on my football. I got to go find a new football somehow. Like I get paid Thursday. Also, we both lose to someone who bought one ticket. That's what's gonna happen. Nobody's only bought one ticket. I have a bunch of people that bought 2 or 3 tickets. So that's what's gonna happen. I guarantee it. That's definitely my luck. That's all of our luck. Guys, you're watching Trending in the AM right here on the STT Sports Network. If you haven't already, hit that like and share button. Please subscribe and vote on our poll question. Will Landon, not should he, will he play? I should have made the poll question, would he play? But should he play week 1, or will he play week 1 of the NFL season? Right now, the poll, I'm refreshing it on my screen here. Right now, the poll, oh, come on, side computer. It's 55-45, yes, he will play. There's only 9 likes on the video so far. That means a whole bunch of you watching right now have not hit that like button. So please do it. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. We are also, along with Landon Dickerson, talking about the Philadelphia Phillies, who last night had a great come-from-behind victory 4-1 against the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati. Weird times, 6 o'clock, then 7-something, then 6. Weird times on the Cincinnati start times this week. First, I want to talk about Taijuan Walker. Another phenomenal performance, 6 innings, only 1 run given up. Great job by Taijuan Walker. Also, the offense, who was, I think there were no perfect game through 4 innings against them. The offense exploded late in the game and got a great win. Different guys, as always, came up big. Schwarber continues to come up big. Edmundo Sosa, big game, is what was Schwarber's 42nd home run. He is now at 97 RBIs. Your bullpen, because you didn't have Duran yesterday or Strom available, you went Romano, Robertson, and Kirkering. David Robertson, a little rough around the gills, but still got out of it without giving up a run. It was a very, very, very great game to follow up a sweep of this past weekend, to follow it up and win another game. Man, the Phillies are turning into something. Are you ready again to let your heart be broken? I am. That's not the way Dickerson sees it. What was Duck's last comment that you're responding to? Oh, about him not needing to prove something. Got it. No, I think Landon Dickerson knows his job is secure. I know his job. He knows it. He knows his job's secure. He's not pushing it because he's worried about losing his job to Matt Pryor or Trevor Keegan. I don't think he sees it that way at all. I'm a big fan. Good morning, Little G. Hope you are well. Happy birthday to your cousin on August 28th. That's a couple weeks away. Congratulations. If we're that concerned about Dickerson, get the bye in the playoffs when the body is really true fatigue. Well, yeah, that's true as well. Absolutely. I know he's about working hard and playing hard, but I hope he takes that moment to think a little bit more long term. Yeah, I hope maybe his wife's maybe like, you got to think big picture. We're gonna have kids. We need you. We need you walking. I was there a Snoop Dogg concert in Cincy last night. All right. Did not know that. That would have been pretty awesome to go see. Honestly, I've never seen Snoop Dogg live and in person. That'd be pretty damn entertaining, honestly. But it's such weird start times. It's had me all thrown off. I didn't even watch much of the game last night. We were watching something on Netflix last night, the wife and I. But anyway, I don't think, I mean, I did it last time he started, but I want to do it again. And that's just throw positive things Taijuan Walker's way. Because again, everything that Taijuan Walker went through last year, everything that we put him through in the chat here on the show last year in this offseason, to come out and pitch, he's now got his ERA to 3.39. The way Taijuan Walker has handled the situation and been able to pitch, it's one of the more enjoyable success stories or character arcs or turnarounds in Philadelphia recent history, Philadelphia sports-wise. What he's been able to do, there's no way that we do anything but applaud him for it. I, too, have never seen Snoop live and in person. I've seen some hip-hop, rap, R&B performers in my day, but never Snoop anywhere. I've been to a lot of festivals and shows that had multiple acts. I've never seen him in person. It's kind of one of those weird ones that I would have assumed I would have by now. Phillies are in a better position than they have been in a while. And it's funny. Jhoan Duran changed the team makeup, made the bullpen instantly better, gave the fans more confidence in the team. But Jhoan Duran, on top of that, I think has changed the vibe in the clubhouse. I kind of felt like for a big portion of the season, they were just going through the paces. But ever since Jhoan Duran has come here, there's this different vibe, this different feeling. I feel like they feel like they can do it now. Some of the doubts that might have sometimes creeped in their head are gone. The Jhoan Duran trade helped on so many different levels, in my opinion. Dickerson is the key to getting the bye in the playoffs, and you don't earn that in week one. Sit him. I'm still on board with that, Steve. Ty Walker has always been a true pro. No one ever has a complaint there. I mean, yeah. He was left off the playoff roster. He could have stormed out of the clubhouse. He could have caused drama. Nope. Put his head down, cheered his teammates on, got back to work in the offseason, and turned himself around. Now, I think he's played well enough that maybe you could actually trade him in the offseason if you could, if someone's short a starter. But honestly, at the same time, having him around has helped this team this year. I don't worry about the late games with the Phillies anymore. Bader has also given a bit more youth energy than we've had in a while. Absolutely. Adam is checking out early. It's okay, Adam. Go tell everybody at the buffet to subscribe. Let's see. We're at 582 right now. Can I be at 590 by the end of the show? Let's see what Adam's got in him. He's going to be walking around the buffet line, holding out his phone for YouTube. We will crush the Cowboys with or without Landon Dickerson. I mean, especially if Micah Parsons doesn't play, K1. I mean, Jerry Jones did say he wasn't going to probably be available week one. He still doesn't. There's the report yesterday was that since his statement, Micah Parsons' agent and Jerry Jones have not spoken yet. Now Micah Parsons, somebody you get the deal done on September 1st, September 4th, you plug and play him. He's probably in shape. But if Micah Parsons ain't playing, that's another reason not to need to rush Landon Dickerson back for week one. That's another reason to be overly cautious when the best defensive pass rusher in football, I don't know if I'd say the best, one of the top three best pass rushers in football, honestly, two of the best three, in him and Trey Hendrickson, both might not be available week one. And the Steelers dude's also holding in. I love the hold in. Nola coming back is going to work in our favor. He'll be over the yips now. Now you give Zach Wheeler and Ranger Suarez a little bit of a break here and there with Aaron Nola coming back up. You rearrange the rotation a little bit to give these guys extra days. If I'm paying $600 to go to a game, I want to see Dickerson. Do these dudes that don't too look, I don't think anybody pays $600 to go to a game to watch an offensive lineman. They go to pay to watch the quarterback, the wide receiver, the defensive backs, and stuff like that. That's what they go to watch. All right, well, I say, I got you. Eat some maple pancakes for all of us. Now, I need one new subscriber for every pancake he eats, okay? Duran has made them feel like if they can go into the ninth with a lead, they have a win. Complete turnaround. Like, we always talk about pitchers pressing or hitters pressing because of who's on the mound. Like, they don't feel that pressure anymore that the lead, like, a two-run lead's not enough. We got to push harder for more. So then they don't get the two-run lead anyway. I think the pressure has been taken off them a little bit by the addition of Jhoan Duran and his energy, not just his entrance, his little shimmy after his saves. Like, I just think he's bringing, and Bader too, not to be a knock. I'm not trying to disrespect Harrison Bader here. The vibe has changed so much. What? Bruh? What? That don't give a shit about us. Entertain me. Okay. All right. What's up, Bruce? Bryce, Harper? I feel you made the best point yesterday so people don't automatically think Landon was going to be hurt badly. Yeah, I mean, we all think the worst. We're Philadelphia sports fans. The worst always happens to us. So when we hear about an injury and a surgery, we instantly think bad. When we hear meniscus, we think about Joel Embiid and that drama last year. So naturally, we go negative. But patience has paid off, persevered, and here we are, looking like we should be okay with him. That by week 1, 2, or 3, Landon Dickerson will be back out there. Now, again, we're still just all speculating on Landon Dickerson week 1, week 2, week 3. Until they go in, do the procedure, the swelling from the procedure calms down. If he has the procedure done today or tomorrow, we won't know if he'll be ready, even be able to play week 1 till next week. You kind of gotta, we gotta wait to see all the details together. That's a lot of pressure to put on your boy Adam. He should be able to have no peace for the core 12. All right, no peace for the core 12. Phil Walker complained publicly about being left on the playoff roster in 23. Topper even had to comment on it. I don't remember him complaining about it. Okay, so he wasn't a great teammate in 23. My bad. I don't remember him complaining about it, but that's my bad if that's the case. Phil, I learned a good lesson from you yesterday, so I thought that, I'm here to teach. Don't ever take my lessons too seriously, though. I'm not the smartest guy out there. Did someone say pancakes? I haven't had good pancakes in a while. Sacrifice needs to be made, and Adam is going to make the sacrifice one pancake at a time. Yeah, exactly. So I make a sacrifice every morning, waking up and coming and joining you bozos every day. Sixers have effed our joy for years now. They have. And the lack of joy of the Sixers has creeped into our joy with other teams. Luckily, the Eagles won a Super Bowl, so that is what it is. But yeah, I mean, when you hear meniscus and Landon Dickerson, if your mind didn't instantly go to Joel Embiid, then you got way too much something. Because that's where my mind went, like that. I eagerly anticipate Adams' after-action report. Yeah, exactly. Phil, did I see Schwarber get another big hit yesterday? I feel he will win the MVP. I mean, the sports books still say Shohei Ohtani's going to win it, but he definitely has a legit shot. And yes, I hope we re-sign him no matter the cost. Every day that cost is going up. I mean, we've still got, 40-some games left? I don't even know how many games the Phillies have played. Let me see. We're at 118 games. So what's that? 120, that'd be 42. We got 44 games left. He's got 42 home runs and 97 RBIs. What will his final number be? I think he gets to 50, maybe 52 home runs. Can he get to 120, 125 RBIs? Can he go on another tear, maybe get to 58? I don't know. I'm curious. Following the Phillies game 7 loss to the Diamondbacks in the NLCS, Walker jumped on X, formerly known as Twitter, posted disrespectful. Disrespect is at an all-time high. I don't remember it, Anthony. I mean, it may have happened, and I trust you and I believe you, but I just don't remember it. But again, I forget a lot. I forget what I did last night. One complaint does make Walker a bad guy. He didn't make it a real issue. That's what's important. Yeah, I mean, and still, he battled through it. Maybe he did make a disrespectful comment or a complaint comment, but he didn't demand out of town. He didn't make it a big issue. He stayed focused. He got healthy. He got himself in shape, and he's pitching phenomenally. Starting, bouncing back and forth. He knows he doesn't have a spot on this team, and he's still doing whatever's asked of him. We talked about earned trust with Howie, with Nick. How about the trust that maybe Dickerson and the medical staff know what they're doing? I have complete trust in them, Nooms. When did I say I don't have trust in them? All I'm saying is that if Landon Dickerson says he's okay, make sure that the medical staff says, let's be sure. What harm can be cautious do? I didn't think you would be arguing with me on this one today. See, I like it when we disagree. I have faith that they won't force him out there too soon. But coaches and staffs are there to protect the players from themselves. Not saying he's a bad guy, just pointing out that, okay, and I appreciate that. I don't remember it, but I believe you. It sounds, maybe the more I think about it, like something that happened. I'm putting Embiid out of my mind. I've reached acceptance. Join me, Phil. Oh, I've accepted Joel Embiid. I'm the one that said Joel Embiid will never play another game for the Sixers ever. Joel Embiid will not suit up for the Sixers in 2025. Now, does he suit up in 26, the second half of the season? TBD, but probably not. I would be shocked if Joel Embiid plays this year. Shocked. Let's be honest, Ohtani has earned the MVP. That man has done a ton for baseball. Yeah, I mean, he's something special. Something special. And I know it means that we could face him in the world, in the NLCS or NLDS or whatever. But when he came out of the game like 2 weeks ago, early in the game, it turned out to just be cramps. But you thought maybe something bad had happened to him again. Came off the mound in the middle of an at-bat. You're like, oh, no. Like, he is the best player in baseball. So you want to see him out there. So I was glad about that, even though it means it could hurt us come playoff time. Reduce gummies for better memory. That doesn't sound like any fun. Unanimous MVP for Ohtani. Unanimous. Based on where the odds stood yesterday when we looked it up, what did I say, like minus 600? The Schwarber's like plus 700. Something like that. There's a good chance of that. There is a good chance. I don't trust this crown system when TMC is still number one. Yo, look, I don't know. I don't know, K1. Phil, I predict 60 home runs and 130. Oh, my God. Wow. That's 18 home runs. And what did I say, 44 games or whatever? It's a lot of home runs, Bruce. That would be a Phillies record for sure. What's the Phillies record? 56 from Ryan Howard? 57 from Ryan Howard? I forget what it is. Wow. Dude, Bruce, that would make September. I'm going to say, let's hope he doesn't hit 60. Let him save some of those home runs for the postseason. I'm just kidding. I agree with you with this crown system. You guys hate the crown system. I think it took time to accept his role. He figured when he couldn't write and nobody wanted Walker, it's either adapt or crawl. Shit or get off the pot, right? Or whatever that line is. It's just world. In a just world, I wouldn't have a crown either. And Eric would permanent. Yeah, that's true. The Grand Poobah. He was the king of the replay gang yesterday. Florida won the battle with Shoei last night. That was a good battle. The Blue Jays won. I did not. I mean, we watched new Netflix show. I don't know how new it is. It came out this year. I don't know when it came out. Untamed last night. It was a 6-episode show starring Eric Bana. We watched all 6 episodes. I had the Phillies game on my phone. Was following along on my phone, but Untamed starring Eric Bana. Very, very, very strong show last night. Only 6 episodes, too. I feel Ohtani is the number 1 player in MLB, but not the MVP this year because Schwarber is more valuable this year, and the Dodgers aren't doing as good as they could be doing. I don't know. I still think Ohtani's the better player. Schwarber's having a career year, and he's going to get paid because of the career year. And he might be more valuable to the Phillies than Ohtani is to the Dodgers. Maybe. Howard at 58. Okay, gotcha. For some reason, the number 56 was burned into my brain, but maybe you're right on 58. But, man, that's a hard number to Bruce get to. Yeah, my homer in me agrees, but my bigger brain says, I'm trying to differentiate being a homer, being a Schwarber guy, and whatnot from just being a fan. I mean, Ohtani pitches. He hits at an MVP level. He pitches at a Cy Young level. I mean, there's something special about him. Gabe Kapler, proud of Ty Walker, that's for sure. Yeah, no, I don't really care about Gabe Kapler ever. If I never heard the name Gabe Kapler again, I'd be a happy person. You're probably right, and I feel Phil agrees with you, so I'm probably wrong. Hey, there's no right or wrong, Bruce. No right or wrong in the chat. It's all just opinions. What I feel, what you feel, what Duck feels, what the poll feels. Right now, we're at 62% says yes. They're leaning News way that, yes, Landon Dickerson will play week 1. 38% say no. How many likes do we have on the video so far as we get to the 45-minute mark of the show? Probably not enough. Let's see where we're at now. We're at 17 likes. Wow, I'm shocked. Shocked that we've done the job. So, guys, keep liking, sharing, subscribing. No new subscribers yet today, but there is still time. Also, Ohtani's a degenerate gambler. That is true. That is very true. What's not to love? Well, I mean, you know, has a degenerate gambler ever gotten caught gambling and won MVP in the same season? I mean, it might be the first time that's ever happened. I'll tell you about that. So what is everyone thinking of Thompson managing right now? He's integrated 2 new players and playing well. Final grades will come when we see what he does with Wheeler and Ranger. Look, I think Rob Thompson has done well. I mean, I'm still not confident or not confident. A fan of him still putting out Max Kepler out there. Max Kepler still should not be starting. I know I almost said Preston. I know Weston Wilson got a big double last night, but I still don't like Weston Wilson out there. So I still have concerns that he's too loyal to certain players. But it's working. The fact that he hasn't tried to use Jhoan Duran in another inning other than the 9th has made me very happy. The fact that he didn't go to Romano in the 9th and went to Romano in the 7th yesterday instead made me very happy. I think Rob Thompson, he's all in. Rob Thompson, to me, is going all in on winning this World Series, and he's going to ride off into the sunset after the year. That's what I see happening. Now, I would like to see him give Wheeler and Ranger a blow. Skip a couple starts. That would be my goal, but we'll see. I think he's doing a phenomenal job overall, though, with it. Nah, you're not wrong. Still watching Schwarber come to bat. Yeah, it's must watch. You see, Schwarber's almost up. You got to have it on the TV. Schwarber right now is must-watch TV. Ohtani didn't gamble. His translator gambled. Right. And if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle. Plain and simple. It's a fall guy. It's Ray Lewis all over again, except nobody died. Yeah, that was dark and deep right there. Topper pulled Nick one time for defense, then he totally backed down because Nick yelled at him. He did sit Nick Castellanos on Saturday or Sunday's game. I forget which one, which is a rare, considering that he never sits Castellanos outside of the yelling thing. Outside of that one situation, he never benches Castellanos. He did the other day, which it meant we had to see Max Kepler, which I didn't like, but I did respect that move by Topper there. I think Kepler and Wilson are giving dudes rest. They will not see much, if any. Yeah, I agree with this big guy. I think come playoff time, you'll see Marsh, Bader, Casty in the playoffs in the outfield every game. You'll see Stott at second every game. You'll see Bowman at third. Sosa and those guys will be bench guys. The problem is, are you going to be happy with those two guys, Kepler and Wilson, pinch hitting in the 8th inning of a game? I don't know. Weston Wilson gives me Jake Cave vibes. Last out of a playoff series. People were aggravated Topper didn't have bullpen roles. Well, no one was good enough to close on a regular basis. It very well may be the case, Nooms. But none of them could have learned to be good enough to close on a regular basis if not given a regular opportunity. Did he ever give anybody a full month to figure it out? Did we ever see Jose Alvarado closing every game for a month plus? No, we didn't. Did we ever see him try? No. Jordan Romano, he tried, and that didn't work. Degenerate Gamble, who won multiple MVPs. That's true. That's true. But he never got caught doing it, okay? Never had anybody take a fall. I feel Rob is not good as he doesn't do a good job managing the pitching. But now we have Duran, so maybe. He is getting better. He is winning me some. He's winning some good votes from me. All right? Maybe he knows what he's doing. And if the right pieces. I've always said that the Phillies won despite Rob Thompson. Well, maybe Rob Thompson, if you give him the right pieces, can be a better manager. MJ had the flu. Yeah, is that what? Yeah. Oh, man. Now you have a real closer and you see what he does. That part of the criticism I always laughed at. The other stuff has some merit. I don't know. I didn't laugh at the other things like that. I always thought that he should have tried at least to have a set closer. And if it failed over an extended period of time, not a 2-week span, not a 2-game span, if it failed over an extended period of time, then sure. But that when that bullpen phone rings, Nooms, pitchers want to know. Well, it's the 5th inning. My name's not going to be called. 7th, 8th inning is when I'm getting called. The 9th inning is when I'm getting called. They want to know their roles. And the fact that they didn't have defined roles affected the way they pitched, I think. What about Yup? Ray Lewis is, every time he comments on, no comment, but I got a lot to comment. I think Otto would come off the bench to pinch hit more than Kepler. Yeah, look, I'm a fan of Otto Kemp. I'm glad everybody's kind of pumped the brakes on him a little bit. I mean, there were people that were like saying he was the next coming in AAA. But I am very, very happy with what I've seen. Otto Kemp in a versatile role off the bench, can play third base, left field, probably could play first base as well. I'm very happy with the way Otto Kemp has settled into that role. He gave Alvarado many chances, and then put him in the 6th inning the next game. Good morning, Mitchie Poo. Yeah, we're crushing it with the likes, the gaining viewers. Dude, onward and upward every day, right, Mitchie Poo? Guys, like Mitchie Poo says, hit that like button, hit that share button. If you haven't yet, subscribe. Adam, I'm thinking about you. I see you at the buffet, Adam, grabbing another pancake, and you're not asking that guy on your left-hand side to stop licking his fingers at the buffet. Instead, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm thinking about you, Adam. What is up, Jonathan? Just checking in, morning, Phil. Rob Thompson is Matt. Ohtani is the best baseball player right now. And Landon Dickerson is the Eagles' second most important lineman after Lane. And I hope he can play week 1. Well, he's going to have a chance to play week 1. Will he? I don't know, but we'll find out. Rob Thompson is gaining some respect. Ohtani is the best player. I agree. I love your Landon Dickerson, the second most important on the offensive line. Is he? Obviously, Lane Johnson is the best player. How would you power rank the importance of the 5 starting offensive linemen? Cam Jurgens being the center, the left tackle Jordan Mailata, who protects Jalen Hurts' blind side. I think it's a very interesting question. Is he the second most important lineman? He might be raw talent, the second best offensive lineman. Interesting. It's an interesting thing. The poll question has jumped up. We're up to 23 votes. And no, Landon Dickerson will not play week 1, has taken the lead. 24 votes. We're up to 54% no, 46% of you had said yes. Love to see that jump. Now, do we have 24 likes, 24, all this stuff? Guys, keep going. But great comment. Is Landon Dickerson the second most important lineman on the Eagles? I think third after Lane and Jordan. Is a center more important than a guard, though? Good morning, Chet, from beautiful Hamilton, New Jersey. It's going to get warm out there this week. Luckily, you got that nice, big, beautiful pool that I've never been invited to. Adam is not doing his job at the buffet line. How disappointing. Otto Kemp is in the perfect spot. This is exactly what he is. Could he succeed more individually, more time? Yes, but at what cost? I mean, Otto Kemp's a guy that either he has to accept his role in the role he's in now, or the Phillies have to trade him so he could be in a different role. On a lesser team, on a non-team in first place in their division, Otto Kemp could start. But on a playoff team that wants to win a World Series, Otto Kemp's perfect as a bench player. He really is. Had a job interview there once. If Mailata went down, it would be panic. Didn't Jordan Mailata, was it last year he missed a bunch of games, or was it 2 years ago? Jordan Mailata did miss some time one of the last 2 years, and a fairly significant amount of time, like 3 or 4 weeks, I want to say. I don't remember who stepped in his place either. I don't think Landon is. Center and tackles are harder to plug and play than guards. I kind of feel like you can plug and play with guards a little bit better, yes. We're all agreeing so much today, except for me and Nooms. Can't Dickerson play center too? He was drafted originally to be Jason Kelsey's replacement. But then Jason Kelsey's like, I'm going to stay around a little bit longer. They taught him left guard. They moved him to left guard, and he became a great left guard, so we drafted Cam Jurgens. And Cam Jurgens went to right guard, and we almost had to replace him there. So, yes, Landon Dickerson can play center. Absolutely. Jurgens is the most important. If you don't have a good center, nothing else matters. Good morning, Timmy Tim Boy. Good to see you this morning. Yeah, it's hard for me. I love watching offensive line play, but I'm not sure. You know what? That's a great way for me to hit up my man. I got a guy I was trying to get on. Maybe this will be a way to get him on. Gotcha. Good message I can send us on. Phil, you're welcome at my pool anytime as long as you bring pizza. I know you'll have the beer. I'll bring the pizza. You supply the beer, and we'll do a live trending in the AM from your home studio. Dickerson was a stud at center at Bama. Absolutely. You've changed my mind. Dickerson is the fourth most. Yeah, I'm thinking he's the fourth most important guy. You got Lane Johnson because he's one of the greatest of all time. I think in general, the right tackle might not be as important as the left tackle. I think in a vacuum, left center, left tackle, then right tackle. But because Lane Johnson is Lane Johnson, I think he gets bumped up to the top spot. But typically the quarterback's blind side is most important. Right? Isn't the blind side the most important? I don't care what you do unless it's what? Play with your talent. Yeah. I'm never looking for guests. Guests don't work on this show too frequently. When I have guests on this show, then all the side shenanigans disappear. But I've been chatting with one guy to get him on here, former NFL player who's a former NFL offensive lineman. We just haven't been able to lock down a day. Oh, I could hit him up and double check on a date and use this question on the offensive line. Lane went 3 seasons without a sack associated. What right tackle can even do that? And that's why he's one of the greatest of all time. Surefire, first ballot Hall of Famer Lane Johnson. Absolutely. It was so funny. My man Shane Haff from Eagles Pinpole, and I know you guys like Shane Haff. One of the top guests ever on the show in repeat appearances. And he was doing something, and someone tried to go at him about Lane Johnson's sack numbers and stuff like that. And it was the most comical back and forth on Twitter there's been in a while. When Jurgen got hurt, Dickerson slid to center to start the championship game. Dickerson is that good, but center is most important. I lend to think that, yes, center is most important. Because outside of quarterback, it's the only other position that touches the ball every single play. You got to call out all the blocking assignments and stuff like that. pick up the blitzes. It's a lot to do. I guess center and then blindside 1-2, blindside center. It's a 1A, 1B in my mind. Otherwise, you're just a lone wolf with talent. I'm a lone wolf with talent. If any actor could play you in a movie based on your life, who would it be? Well, younger me would have answered Tom Green because supposedly a lot of people thought I used to look like Tom Green. Few people used to think I looked like Brendan Fraser when I was young, too, when I had no beard and longer hair. But if I could pick any actor to play me in a movie, I'd have to think about that. I'm not sure. Charlie Sheen, maybe? With my alcohol and drug addiction. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Dickerson is the ultimate utility player. Dude, the guy is pretty damn special. Landon Dickerson is second or third most important lineman, not fourth. And Landon is important for Jordan and Jalen tush push. The aspect in the Eagles' offense is a great point. What Landon Dickerson does getting leverage and pushing that pile, absolutely important for the tush push. But it tells you how important Dickerson is. They drafted a backup center so Dickerson could stay at guard. Absolutely agree. Will Ferrell, I guess he's got the goofy enough appearance to play me. He's got goofy enough personality to play me, for sure. Where's Rick? I need someone to tell me the 100-foot tsunami is not a big deal. Because yes, I was hoping for a lot of Rick positivity of him telling me, I told you so that Landon Dickerson would be fine. I was expecting that because I had I had my quip to come back at him for that. I think Nick Cage could play Phil throughout his life. Yeah, I mean, Nick Cage is just the greatest actor of all time, right? I mean, seriously. Man, Freddy Got Fingered was such an underrated movie. I no lie, during my poker playing days, I was walking through the poker room at the Borgata. I had my hoodie up, my glasses on. Someone came up from behind, yo, Tom, can I get a signature, an autograph? Dude thought legitly I was Tom Green. And then someone turned around and was like, yeah, are you Tom Green? It's like, holy shit. No, I'm not Tom Green. I back in my early mid-20s, I had a very Tom Green-esque appearance. Or Tom Green had a very Phil appearance. People tell me I look like Kevin James. Just your pockets are a little lighter than Kevin James. That's all right. Dickerson makes the left side unstoppable. Mailata and him are the best duo. And they both make each other better. You know what I mean? Like, Dickerson makes Jordan Mailata's job easier. Jordan Mailata makes Dickerson's job easier. They have great communication between the two of them, which makes both their jobs easier. Nick Galifianakis would make a good Phil. I don't know. No, Al looks like Kevin James. He does or he doesn't. I'm not sure what you say there. I'm not sure which one that is. It's one or the other. I'm not sure which one you're saying there. No, he does, or no, he doesn't, because I didn't say he doesn't. I just made a joke about his pockets. Not as rich as him. Matt Damon seems to be getting all the jobs. I mean, well, Matt Damon does get a lot of the jobs, yes. I don't know how I feel about Matt Damon as an actor. We're up to 19 likes. No new subscribers, but 19 likes. Guys, keep pounding that like button. Keep subscribing, sharing this out. With that being said, how good is Lane if the Eagles can plug anyone? I think that's fantastic. Great point right there. Because I was already thinking that about how Dickerson and Mailata work off of each other, right? Lane Johnson, you could put Andre Dillard, you could put Tyler Steen, you could put Mekhi Becton, who's never played the position there. Perfectly fine. And look, the year before, you had Kelsey and Lane sandwiching your right guard. Last year, Cam Jurgens learning that center position, not learning it, but adjusting to that center position. You had Cam Jurgens at right guard, but you had a Hall of Fame center and a Hall of Fame right tackle. Then you go to Mekhi Becton, but you've got a first-year center and Lane Johnson. And it still went seamlessly. I mean, just think about that. Will Smith and I are like half brothers. I mean, why wouldn't we be? Al looks more like Kevin James. Oh, no one said I looked like Kevin James. He said he looks like Kevin James. Dude's still 5'82". Adam will have some splaining to do. I know. I mean, he might have to take a 5-minute timeout from the core 12 for that. Trevor Keegan may be able to step into left guard. He's got the size, skill, and mentality like Dickerson. Like I said, Tim, if it's not going to be a long-term injury, which it seems like it's not, like he might be available week 1, maybe. maybe by week 3. Let's be conservative by week 3. We still have 23 days for the Eagles to figure it out, whether it's Keegan, whether it's Pryor at right and slide Steen over to left, whether Pryor plays left. They've got 23 days to figure it out. This is best case scenario. The injury's not as serious as it used to be, and we still got 2.5 weeks, 3.5 weeks, sorry, 3.5 weeks to figure it out. I don't think it could have happened any better than this. Roman wasn't, yeah, exactly. Yeah, pancake by pancake, that's right. He probably, all the people at the buffet probably already subscribed. Juergens was a center at Nebraska. Yes, he was. But then he came here and he went and learned another position. I was the guy that said draft the center because you got Juergens be playing Pro Bowl level right guard. I think Adam got derailed by the sausage links. Yeah, sausages will do that, right? NBC is reporting Eagles guard likely out for the rest of the preseason. Yeah, I saw that by Adam Schefter before the show. Anthony, he's going to have a shoulder injury. He's week to week. My expectations, we talked about this early in the show. Duck says, somebody said he'll get cut. I said he's going to get put on IR to be stashed. So they still have the whole year to work on him. You're not going to see Kenyon Green on the Eagles' active roster this year, 53-man roster. He's done. It's either cut, injury waive, or waived with an injury designation, or he's going on IR. Personally, I'd stash him on IR for as long as possible. Bacon. Bacon is greater than sausage. Country was founded on compromise, so let Dickerson back up week 1. How's that? There you go. See? Handshake, me and we agree. He can dress, but let's not push him. Kenyon Green cut candidate anyway, so bad for him. Look, he is definitely a cut candidate, but he's a former first-round pick just a couple years ago. You've got the best offensive line coach in the history of football. Why wouldn't you want to stash him on IR? Just have him learning in behind the scenes from Stoutland for a full year. Then you get him all next offseason. You're going to need to replace somebody next year. I'm sure. You're going to need depth next year. There's no limit, is there, on how many people you could stash on IR? So maybe you don't cut Green. You just stash them. We've seen Howie Roseman do this with young players before. Stash guys on the injured list so that you keep their control, but they don't take up a roster spot. The breakfast talk is killing me. I know. I had a very light breakfast this morning. 2 fried eggs and one slice of grilled brioche bread. It was a little light. No meat or extra bread there. Bacon, I know. It's so great. Bacon makes everything better. I think Kenyon waived. I mean, he might end up getting waived. I'm not saying what I'm saying is right or wrong. I'm just saying if I was in his shoes, that's what I would do with him if I was Howie. I haven't even had coffee yet because the show today is fire. How you're doing a show without coffee? I gotta have my coffee every morning. Have to. Kenyon would have been the easiest ring ever. Kenyon would have been the easiest ring ever. What? I don't even get that. Tom Hanks, no. Tom Hanks' best role, Mr. White. Green still has potential and is only 24. You can take your time. Exactly. Now, I'm not saying you need to keep a roster spot for him if he's injured. You don't have to waste that roster spot on him. But what harm would it do? Do you, to my knowledge, there's no limit to how many people you could put on the IR list. So what harm would it do to just he's not going to make, you're looking at this team. Where's my 53-man roster? You got Lane Johnson, Tyler Steen, Cam Jurgens, Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata, Matt Pryor, Kendall Lamb, Miles Hinton, Drew Kendall, Brett Toth, Trevor Keegan. You've got 11 guys for 9 or 10 spots. Kenyon Green can easily be stashed. So you don't lose him, and if it's cut Kenyon Green and lose him, or cut Trevor Keegan, why wouldn't you stash one and keep both? I do not drink organic coffee. This is just regular coffee. I've switched to mushroom coffee. I love the mushroom coffee. My supply is a little low on mushroom coffee, and I've got so much extra regular coffee from before my mushroom coffee switch about 3 months ago that I'm going to try to go through some of my coffee before I order more mushroom coffee. But I'm a huge proponent of the mushroom coffee craze. Big fan of it. Definitely love it. In fact, I kind of want to get a sponsor. What better sponsor for a morning show than a coffee company? If anybody knows anybody in the mushroom coffee business, send them my way. Maybe we could do a sponsorship. Oh, I get it. Keenan Thompson. Oh, gotcha. If Birds win it this year, Green would have the easiest. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So that's why I put him on IR. Let him get the ring. Phil strikes me as a Maxwell. It's actually a Max. I got a half a pot of Maxwell coffee left, and then that's off. And I got a bag of Starbucks coffee that I got to go through. The Eagles constantly hold and build guys. Green is in that group. Absolutely agree with you. I agree. Pump Man, yes, Green may stink. Kenyon Green may very well stink. Good morning, Pump Man. Welcome to the show. But why take that chance of just letting him go? Why wouldn't you stash him on IR and have control of him next offseason to see as well? Unless you don't get a ring for that. I think you do get a ring for that. Mushroom, no, they're not those kind of mushrooms. You in Chester County and you are low on mushrooms. Not low on mushrooms, mushroom coffee. All the Asian actors in Hollywood are fit and thin. None can play me. I want Tracy Morgan. Okay, I mean, I like the Tracy Morgan. I don't know what you look like, Duck. So if you stop mushroom coffee, you go into withdrawal. I have not. Some things that mushroom coffee helped with, I have seen a difference. I don't normally drink coffee, but I have been drinking pumpkin coffees every day this week. Pumpkin coffees, pumpkin everything is the most overrated, worst thing in the world. Pumpkin, period. Pumpkin coffee, pumpkin donuts, pumpkin cake, pumpkin pie, pumpkin everything. Sucks. We might have a pumpkin plant growing in our front yard, and we're not sure. We had pumpkins for Halloween outside decorating, and an animal got into it late in the season, and it all oozed out into the dirt, and now there's this big plant popping up right there, and we think it's the beginning of a pumpkin plant? I don't know. What does the mushroom coffee do for you? Does it taste good? It does have an earthy taste at first to get used to, but it helps with, you don't have the caffeine jitter like crash afterwards. You don't have the jitters, period, with it. It helps your digestive system, and I've seen a massive difference in my digestive system with it. There's other things. It helps with your mind, your focus, your energy. It does a lot of really good things for you, Big Al. You've got to get through the first. Like, I took it for the first week and I didn't see much change, and I'm like just into the flavor. But after the first week of doing it every day, I went 3 months, and I think I had 1 or 2 regular cups of coffee only, and I felt massively different. I lost a little bit of weight. It's great. I hate waste, and I've got so much regular coffee here that I don't want to waste all this regular coffee. But give him a year of Stoutland U and see what exactly. Why risk a former first-round pick that's 24 years old going somewhere else when you've got the greatest offensive line coach in the history of the NFL? I look like a 5'10", 260-pound gray Asian IT guy. Yeah, I don't know who could play that role, right? I don't know, but I think a fresh kid ice. Yeah, I don't know. Don't you dare. Oh, my God. I forgot to bash pumpkin beer. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin coffee, pumpkin beer. I had a customer once. I used to make a lot of homemade soups at the shop. He's like, you got to make a pumpkin mushroom soup. So I did for him. It's the only soup I've ever made that I didn't taste test it. He loved it. He said it was great. I thought it smelled like shit. I hate pumpkin. That's why I hate fall so much, because pumpkins just get thrown in my face nonstop. Hate the pumpkin craze. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I'm a little lighter skinned, but okay, so we're talking about that. These cheeks, what? Phil, Fresh Kid Ice is one of the guys from 2 Live Crew. I kind of know the name. I can't picture it in my head, but I kind of know the name. But anyway, I'll give you a list of great. No, I don't want your list of great pumpkin beers. Let me tell you something. You give me a list of pumpkin beers, this is what I'm going to do with it. You give me a list of pumpkin beers, Chet. This is what I do with it. Just like this. That's what I would do with your list. Sorry. Not sorry. What the fuck? Pumpkin spice it's summer. Dude, I was in the food store. It was still July, and I saw Halloween candy out already. And I love a good candy corns. But no. It's too soon for Halloween. It's too soon for fall. I want to hear them all. No, we don't want to hear any of them. Not at all. Pumpkin beers and pumpkin everything are trash. Absolutely agree. We will not disagree on this. Pumpkin can go it. The world could become a pumpkin shortage, and I'd be happy with it. I invented a pumpkin pie cheese. That sounds disgusting. Disgusting. What is up, Kyle? It's been a long time since Kyle, the statistician, has been in the house. What's the stats on how much pumpkin sucks? Is there a stat on how much pumpkin flavored everything sucks? Because that would probably be sucks 100%, right? Pumpkin spice is for Karen and yoga pants, and are just half size. I love it. I love it. I love it. What? Please, you know what? I don't talk politics ever on this show. You get banned for talking politics. But if he wants to put a tariff on something, it can put all pumpkin flavored stuff. Yes, it's the worst. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. A pumpkin pie cheesecake. Cheesesteak. Sorry, cheesesteak. Sounds just disgusting. Guys, if you haven't yet, hit that like. We're coming up to the final 20 minutes. Like, share, please subscribe. We're at 25 votes. No Landon Dickerson, not playing week 1, is still leading the way on the vote, and I love to see that. Oh, I hate pumpkin pie. There's never been a single thing pumpkin flavored that I have ever liked in the history of the world. Pumpkin stuff, it's just the worst. We're up to 20 likes on today's video. Good job, guys. No new subscribers. Adam has failed us. I feel bad for every person named Karen. So do I. Honestly, it's a great point. Fantastic point. Oh, it's all I would try that. Al, I would try that. I've eaten every pumpkin treat in America, I believe. My wife searches everything each year to try to find something I haven't had yet. You are a psycho. Psycho. Anthony, psycho. You're crazy. No, thank you. No, thank you. Pumpkin pizza, no. Pumpkin pie cheesecake, no. Poll question in a few moments. Which pie is best? Oh, it's so for Thanksgiving, it's apple pie. My favorite pie is key lime pie, especially in Key West, frozen, dipped in chocolate on a stick. Key lime pie in Key West, walking down the streets of Duval with a big stick, cheesecake dipped in chocolate. I mean, it's diabetes on a stick. It's death on a stick, but it's amazing. But for Thanksgiving, apple pie is a must. With a really good, the best. I'll eat the crap out of sweet potato pie. I'm not a huge sweet potato pie fan, but if I had a choice and I was forced life or death, you got to eat sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie, I'm taking the sweet potato pie all day and all day. I worry for your mental health. Yeah, me too. Me too on that one. Award-winning, lots of cheap whiskey. I don't even care. No. I don't care if it's what you won the Nobel Peace Prize for your pumpkin pie. I'm still not trying it, Big Al. If it's get 1,000 subscribers and eat your pie, your pumpkin pie, or never get 1,000 subscribers and don't eat it, done. I take that. Pumpkin bread isn't bread for real. It's probably not. Key lime is too tart. I love a good key lime. When I was a young kid, I didn't like it. It was too tart. But as I've matured and older, my palate has expanded, Jonathan. I love a good key lime pie. Apple pie in football explains dude. I mean, I'm not 260 anymore, but I was at one point. Love it. Lemon meringue, key lime, apple, sweet potato. Yeah, I mean, those 4 I would go. Key lime 1, apple 2, in general, not for a specific day. Key lime, apple, lemon, sweet potato, in that order of those 4. But I would eat all of them. Mr. Stiefel just crossed off edible pumpkin undies. Wow, that's a little too much. Do you not like? I love. I love it. Anyway, this is good. I knew this was going to take a weird turn. Okay, I am doing it as a bit. Actually likes pumpkin. No, it's not clickbait. Pumpkin is the worst. I said your pumpkin pie or 1,000 subscribers. For 1,000 subscribers, no. I mean, that would be a good challenge. If you lose a bet, I've got to eat your pumpkin pie live on stream. You'd literally see me throw up probably live on screen. We're writing it down. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin beer. We're writing it all down. You got some shorts that it'll create something now. Say it, Phil. You know you want to say it. No, I don't want to say it. You guys are trying. You're throwing the fishing reel. You're trying to reel me in with certain comments right now. Adam is having pumpkin pie at the buffet as we speak. He probably is. Instead of getting the guy in the line next to him to subscribe, he's probably eating his 3rd slice of pumpkin pie. Would you eat? No, I would not. Yeah, are you just trying to make me throw up live on the air? I'm a stoner. I'm not turning down a pumpkin pie. So am I. And I'm still turning it down. Is the Bryce Huff of pies. Lots of no. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Pumpkin pie is the Jalen Reagor of pumpkin pies. It's the Markel Fultz of pumpkin pies. The Ben Simmons of pumpkin pies. I think Sam Adams really does make pumpkin beer. They do. A lot of companies make pumpkin beer. I think I saw a Yuengling pumpkin beer recently. Last year, maybe. No way I would ever drink a pumpkin beer. Disgusting. Pumpkin pie smooth. No, that sounds even worse. Sounds disgusting. You can't even get drunk on a pumpkin pie smoothie. At least a pumpkin beer, you can get buzzed off of it. No, thank you. Now, I will say this. We do always have pumpkin-flavored stuff in the house because my wife loves pumpkin pie, pumpkin coffee, pumpkin beer. Me? No, thank you. We must revisit this topic in a couple of months. Write this down in your book. Yeah. Oh, we will. We will. Pumpkin pie is good, cat. No! Out of all your bad takes, Brian Pumper, Jalen Hurts sucks. Pumpkin pie is good. Landon Dickerson, all your awful takes, all right? The pumpkin pie take might be your worst of all time. And you've had some bold, crazy takes. Why are we talking? I know, exactly. Why? Why? Why is this what we're talking about? You're also a Karen, right? I'm sending you a pumpkin Senate candle for Christmas. I will throw that thing out so damn quick. Guys, we're coming up to the final 10 minutes or so of the show. We are talking Phillies, not just pumpkin pie, not just pumpkin beer. We are talking Phillies. Big win last night. Big game with Ranger Suarez. What will Ranger Suarez look like? Are we concerned about Ranger Suarez? We're talking that. We're talking Phillies or Eagles, Landon Dickerson. Minor injury, week to week. Could be back week one. The poll question today, Landon Dickerson. Will he play week one? 25 votes, 52% of you say no, 48% of you say yes. So that's where we're at in the final 10 minutes of the show. Dudes who ate pumpkin pie are fans of, anyway. Pumpkin stuff has already got its own section. Absolutely. It did like 2 weeks ago. No real stoner is turning down any pie. Oh, I am. Because it's pumpkin. Anything pumpkin, I will always turn down no matter what the situation. What would really be funny was the pump man was really Rick's other. Yeah, it would be funny. That would be funny. It's probably not true about it because they have pumpkin spice in stupid store and coffee shops already. Summer Karen, it's still summer. Yeah, exactly. I'm calling the YouTube police. I feel attacked. You know who my husband is. That's love it. Love it. Love it. Oh, man, this show, it never disappoints me. People always say, why do you do this every day? This right here, the last 10 minutes, is why I do this every day. What else would you guys, your mornings would be so much more boring. You'd have to tune into 97.5 or WWIP. You won't hear Mike Missinelli's name on the fanny pack anymore. But that's what you'd be doing. Without me, I'm doing a service for you people. I'm giving you a place where you can have these conversations, have fun. If this was a radio show, if this was a big-time YouTube network with some former radio guy, none of this good times would happen. I'm a man of the people. I do this for you guys. Hey, Big Al, you have a fantastic day. We will. Actually, there is no show tomorrow morning. I got to be in very early tomorrow for multiple big catering orders. But we got Fairway to Heaven tonight at 6 p.m. talking the BMW Championship. And, of course, we'll be back on Thursday. Maybe, depending on what my schedule looks like. Maybe I'll go live tonight. Maybe I'll do an 8 or 9 p.m. show tonight. We'll see. I listen to music because I listen to over-air sports radio. They would just push by BP. And, yeah, your blood pressure up and I would be angry. Yeah, exactly. I don't listen to sports talk radio. I don't listen to the radio dial ever unless I'm turning on the Phillies game on the ride home from work. I'm an XM day. I have 2 big catering orders tomorrow morning. None of the not one of those like 200 pizza orders, but I got a big doctor's office order with hoagies and wraps and stuff like that. Got another big order to Exelon tomorrow morning. Got a big day. Got quite a few big orders tomorrow. I'm concerned with Ranger. His velocity seems weak to me. Well, we're going to find out a little bit. We're going to find a little bit about Ranger tonight. I still believe That Ranger needs a starter, 2 skipped. Aaron Nola coming up can do that. Ranger Suarez has broken down each of the last 3 years late in the season. I've done his splits by month. So, yeah, I listen to podcasts all day. That's good. You should. Support podcasters. Not enough is being made of the quality of your time. Well, I mean, you don't listen to this show every day. Because after every single Taijuan Walker start or performance, I'm here on this show pounding the table for how great he has been this year. Taijuan Walker has been one of the unsung heroes of the Philadelphia Phillies in 2025. When they do the year-end yearbook, do they still do the year-end yearbook videos? There should be a whole section dedicated to just Taijuan Walker in this year. Ranger needs to rest in the rotation with Wheeler now. Absolutely agree. I went through my backspin phase on Sirius. I don't get that. I love Sirius XM because I get my Radio Margaritaville, my No Shoes Nation. That's what I do. And PGA Tour Radio, too. So I'm a weirdo like that. I meant in general, not here. Okay, I know. Just want to make sure. I don't want anybody to think I don't give Taijuan Walker the credit he deserves. Absolutely. Hey, does he have a new one out? His last one was like over a month ago. Peanut and Pixelated History does great work. And if you don't know where Pixelated History's YouTube channel is, I've always got it linked in the description of the show. You can subscribe to his YouTube channel in my show. And then go comment on his video that you found his YouTube channel from this show. Backspin was my nickname for Don Brown because of the flat top. Oh, gotcha. Did not know that. The Don Brown era. I must have missed it. I was at his channel yesterday thinking I haven't seen a video in a while, and the last video that maybe I didn't click on his short section. I just clicked on his video section. The last one was like a month ago. But Peanut's the man. We love Peanut. Peanut needs to bring back his Birds, Beer, and BS Eagles podcast on YouTube. That's what he and Jeff need to bring back Party Doll Dave and do their Eagles podcast again. Maybe on this YouTube channel. I don't know. Everybody should tell Peanut he needs to bring back his YouTube show on this channel. I would give him the access to this YouTube channel. Why not? He's the man. He's a good dude. He might be. He's the one that might be adding a Brandon Graham signed item to the raffle prizes as well. He said he is. I haven't gotten it yet, but he says he is. We'll see. It was AI voiced, and they actually used it well. That's good. It's good. I'm trying to learn AI. I'm trying very slowly. I think that's part of why the shorts are helping. But some of the YouTube stuff or the AI stuff I've been doing has helped me with thumbnails, titles, and the back-end tags. I think that's helping the YouTube algorithm as well. I don't know how to do videos yet. I barely know how to do graphics on it yet. But I also don't pay for any upgraded versions of AI yet. RB I've hit up before, and he hasn't been free when I've asked. And I don't even know who Romp is off the top of my head. Problem is, Nooms, getting a lot of great YouTube guests, like other YouTube channel guests on the show is, a lot of these guys have other jobs. Very few people are available. Even media people and reporters and athletes. It's an 8 a.m. morning show. Not many of them are up or ready to do content like this in the morning. That's the problem. And if a big timer called, WIP called, hey, I need you to come on and talk about the Eagles, they would do it for the radio. It's very hard to get people on in the morning. I'm very close with Jeremy Bridges, former Eagles offensive lineman. And back in the day when I did nighttime shows, he was on my channels multiple times, on my shows multiple times. But he lives in Arizona. So it's very hard to get somebody in Arizona on the show at 8 a.m. in the morning. When is Shane coming on? I don't know. I'll check. I'll hit up with him. He's always got a free welcome to the show. But I'll try to get him on. Maybe we'll get him on next week after the second preseason or after the third preseason game. Maybe I'll shoot for that. And Chris Franklin. Chris Franklin hasn't been doing much on the Eagles beat this offseason. Still love Chris Franklin. One of my favorites. I was at an event last offseason, and he was there covering it for the Eagles, and he spent time chatting with me and stuff like that. Don't know what he's doing. I'll have to hit him up. I know last year they were rearranging at NJ.com, and he was kind of getting bumped off the Eagles beat for some other guys. Still working, but off the Eagles beat. So I'll have to check in with Chris and see what he can do. Anyway, it's time to wrap this up. If you haven't, Replay Gang, like button right there. Please hit it. Please hit that share button. Of course, subscribe. What did we learn today? Nothing. What's the big flex? I don't know, big flex. Jeremy Bridges isn't a big flex. Ex-Eagle coach Marcus from Pro Talk would be a good guest. Yeah, maybe. I forget. Have I hit him up and he couldn't? Or I forget what happened there. I haven't seen Chris Franklin in a while, and he's usually on other shows. But he's not on the Eagles beat anymore. I'll hit him up later just to see what's up with him. But me and him were talking after last season or late in the season last year, and he was getting bumped from the Eagles beat, like the regular beat. He still covers football. He still writes. They had talked about how they were going to make him cover the Giants or something like that, and he was fighting that because he didn't want to cover the Giants. I know his brother just got married last week or 2 weeks ago as well. Kenyon Green, Pumpkin Hatred, Two Live Crew, and Some Sports. That about sums up today. I mean, that sums up the last 30 minutes for sure. I mean, that's pretty much the sum up of this show here today. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it any other way. Guys, all right, I got to wrap this up. So tonight, 6 p.m., Fairway to Heaven. We'll be back. Maybe if I'm bored, maybe I'll do a show tonight. Maybe I'll do a show during the second half of the Phillies game. Yeah, we definitely talked a little bit of Landon Dickerson's knee. Absolutely we did. Absolutely we did. But maybe if I'm bored tonight, maybe we'll do an 8 or 9 o'clock show tonight. We'll see what happens. But no show tomorrow morning. We'll be back Thursday morning with the next morning show. Because, I got to pay the bill still. And MLB MVP race and Phillies pitching. See, we're recapping it all here now in the final minutes, which is good. Anyway, guys, everybody, I'm going to miss number 69. Captain of Team 69, right? Is Landon Dickerson, right? All right, guys. Anyway, with that being said, I got to go. Have a great day, guys. It's going to be hot again today. Go Birds. Bubbles up.